You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
Well, guys, let's talk about LeBron James here in this video. Ever since he actually arrived in LA, I've actually been pretty critical of the production of the Lakers under LeBron James. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I believe this is his 5th season there. Now, they won that one bubble title in 2020. But outside of that, guys, it's been pretty bad over there. The first year of LeBron James with the Lakers, they didn't make the playoffs. And actually, he missed 18 games, and injuries have definitely been piling up on LeBron James. He has missed significant time. So first year, he misses 18 games. They're under 500. They don't make the playoffs. Then 2020 comes along. And then they win that bubble title. And the bubble title, a lot of people don't actually recognize that as a legitimate title. For one thing, you didn't have all of the teams actually playing. There was no travel. It was definitely unusual. And actually, when the NBA season was actually shut down because of the virus, the Lakers were pretty injured. And that really has been the story of the tenure of the LeBron James Lakers, because they actually have 2 guys now that are injury prone. LeBron James, he is injury prone. I mean, he is old now. He is 38 years old. He's going to be 39 in December. And of course, he has Anthony Davis there as well. I don't even know if Anthony Davis is even 30 yet, but Anthony Davis is always hurt. And LeBron James has engineered all of these moves that have hurt the Lakers. They brought in Russell Westbrook. It was a disaster last season. They finished something like 13, 16 games under 500. They couldn't make the play-in tournament. The NBA expanded the playoffs. They couldn't make the play-in tournament, and right now they're sitting on the outside in. Now, they won last night against Golden State without Steph Curry, and the Lakers this season are 28-32. That is not good. It seems to be better than last season, but you have LeBron James, you have Anthony Davis, and I believe that Anthony Davis has always been one of the more overrated players in the NBA. I mean, let's just call it what it is. Anthony Davis really is not a winner, if you ask me. He can't lead a team. You know, he's a number 2. I'll give him that. But as LeBron has gotten older and the injuries have piled up, the Lakers just have been a joke. Now, that brings us to an ESPN analyst. And you guys know that ESPN loves LeBron James, but this analyst here, Harry Douglas, he actually sounds like me, like Rhodes, like many of you guys in the comment section. Look here on the Spun. Basketball World reacts to ESPN analyst blunt LeBron comment. It says here, much has been made about LeBron James since he signed with the Los Angeles Lakers in 2018. He's been with them for 5 seasons and helped lead them to a championship during the COVID-shortened season in 2020. That is the caveat right there. See, it wasn't the same like it was in the NFL. In the NFL, all of the teams still actually played games. There was still travel. The only difference was there wasn't any fans, not until the Super Bowl. That was really the only difference. The NBA bubble was completely different. I mean, it wasn't even really an NBA season, to tell you the truth. It looked weird. And of course, I didn't really watch it because they went full Marxist, kneeling for the national anthem. Boy, LeBron James has just destroyed the NBA. All-star games now, all-time low ratings is bad. But anyway, it goes on. It says, since then, the team has struggled to make the playoffs as they haven't had the right supporting cast around it. Well, LeBron James is the one that is orchestrating these moves. Everybody knew that Russell Westbrook was not going to be a fit with this team. And LeBron James went out there and did it. That led ESPN radio host Harry Douglas to touch on how James's overall tenure has been since he arrived. Now, this is the clip right here, and he calls it a disaster. This is actually a tweet from ESPN Radio right here. And we're going to go ahead and listen to this clip, guys, because he is just telling it like it is here.
So what? Now what? Like, you thought you were going to be able to do a bunch of things, and you thought life was going to be treating you better. Well, fair's a place where a pig gets a ribbon, not life,
Man,
right?
let's just call it what it is. Let's just call it what it is. Outside of that bubble championship, LeBron being in L.A., it has been a disaster, Fitz.
No, I don't.
It's been a disaster. They missed the playoffs twice and got bounced in the first round once. If you take away that bubble championship, it has been a disaster. And now they're the 13th seed. I'm not scared to say it. I'm calling a spade a spade.
Yeah, he is right about that. And when they actually made the play-in tournament, I don't believe that, I could be wrong about their seeding. I'm not really sure. I believe they were like the 9th seed or something. The old playoff format, only the top 8 seeds actually made it. Under the old system, they would have not made the playoffs. And even with the expanded playoffs now with the play-in tournament, a LeBron James team can't even make the play-in tournament. They're on the outside sitting in right now. I believe they're actually in the 13th spot right now. Only 10 actually can make the playoffs / the play-in tournament. And the NBA, they only made this play-in tournament, to drive more revenue. That was pretty much it. So look at some of these comments here. This is from CM Pope 23. Quote, "If you take away a championship, I'll never understand arguments like that." Like I said, that COVID championship was very, very strange. Yes, the Lakers were a good team that season. But if the season didn't stop, they were in big trouble because of injuries. And you had a bunch of players and teams that did not play in the bubble. I mean, the bubble was a joke. Charles Barkley actually called them bubble gangsters. Nobody actually respects the championship in that NBA bubble. They just don't. Let's see here. Ifs and buts, but you can't take away that championship. Well, true, technically you can't, but you have to look at the context of that quote unquote championship. You really, really do. What else here? Good thing you can't take it away then with laughing emojis right there. Let's see here. Kevin Gray, the bubble championship doesn't get the credit it deserves. Shaking my head. What credit should a bubble championship actually get? I mean, a lot of people were actually critical of that bubble championship. I mean, it was not the same. And the Lakers, outside of that, they have struggled to make the playoffs and they have missed the playoffs. I mean, a LeBron James Cleveland team was always making the playoffs. Seems like they were in the finals too during that run. But as LeBron has gotten older, his defense isn't what it used to be. He's missing a bunch of games because he's always injured. He's missed quite a few games this season, if I'm not mistaken, as well. But GM LeBron has definitely gotten away. I mean, if Dr. Buss was also still alive and running the Lakers, he probably would not be listening to LeBron James. But Jeannie Buss, remember, her brother was actually running the team, and there was a lot of backlash because the Lakers sucked. And then Jeannie came in, everybody was happy, and now they want her gone too because the Lakers, let's just be real about it, they're not a very well-run organization. This is not the Dr. Buss Lakers anymore. It's just not. The Lakers, ever since Kobe retired, and of course, that last season that Kobe played, they weren't that good. The Lakers have been a joke, really. They really, really have. But that's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and white sports fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, and we will catch you next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.